What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and today we're talking about the Final Fantasy XV crossover event with Final Fantasy XIV. I'm guessing part 1. We're seeing what Final Fantasy XIV brings into the world of EOS here, and obviously Final Fantasy XV. This starts off where obviously you run into a giant fat chocobo, and this is awesome. This starts off really strong, and honestly, I don't think it really, hits a lot of high notes, but at the end of the day, also, it doesn't really hit any low notes either. This, for me, is just the sense of curiosity, the sense of interest, the sense of what in the heck. I say that obviously with the most love because it's really cool to see which 14 elements they bring over into it. You can see various quest symbols, fat chocobos, Makote, obviously the summoning of Garuda. So how does this all play out? How does it work? And it starts off obviously with a quest. It's going to bring you eventually into the base, and it's going to eventually have you face off against Garuda. I mean, that's pretty much known. I really struggled to find the right words for you right now because the one thing that I feel is that I felt really rusty coming back into 15 after a very long time. Going into the combat, there was a kind of a relearning period, but obviously I'm much higher level. Now, one of the cool things that this game actually does, and until you clear it, it kind of doesn't really tell you, but the fight is built around a 45 level thing. Now, you've cleared it, then they have other difficulty levels, and it jumps up to right now to 120. And you can go farm that. You can get Algan tomestones, you can get the vortex feathers, and you can use that to kind of farm and craft out various weapons kind of themed around that. You also get your various glamours for dressing up like the various races from Final Fantasy XIV. This definitely feels like, obviously, being that it's Square Enix, and they have probably the team, who knows, in the next office or the next floor up. I don't know how they're structured, but regardless, it really does feel like it has that connection to 14. But this is still 15. And at the end of it, it doesn't feel bad by any stretch of the imagination. It actually leaves me wanting more. It leaves me wishing there was more of these type of fights in the world. It makes me wish there were more of these types of races in the world. It makes me wish that we'd see some almost weird hybrid Final Fantasy XV style exploration and battle system with the world of Final Fantasy XIV and the summons and the primals. And I don't know. I don't know if that's weird or not. I don't know why, after playing this, that I really wanted to see it expand in that direction. Saying it sounds crazy, but saying it, I'm like, oh man, it's obviously 15 is finished. We have one more expansion or DLC content pack coming out in the spring, and still at the end of the day, like, this was interesting. This was, I think, interesting content. And it just makes me just wish to see something, because I feel way more connected to the world of 14 than I did with 15. I like some of the things they did. Obviously, they did some really interesting touches, and I'm not going to spoil those here for you in this video. I'm going to post up a cutscene video for you guys that's going to contain all the cutscenes that you can kind of watch and enjoy if you're not interested in actually coming back and playing this. But, okay, to sum it up, to talk about it here, the cutscenes were really well done. They were the acting and how they animated everything was really well done. The combat, once I kind of got the dust off, was really well done. The lows is there's a jumping puzzle, and it really messes with your head. And even with like a controller, as a controller player, I really struggled with connecting with that jump puzzle for a while, and eventually I was able to get it, but there was that last part that felt so nail-biting, so troublesome and worrisome. It really, really took the the breath out of me. As far as it goes, the quest in and of itself was pretty much, it felt very linear, and I wasn't expecting it to really kind of be that in depth. And again, I'm not knocking it in any stretch of the imagination. I'm honestly just wishing that I would like to play in Eorzea this way. I would like to experience Eorzea in this way with these bosses, with different characters, and that's what I come away with from this. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. That's a long and far shot, if there ever was one, so to speak. So, all right. Again, hopefully this has been interesting. If you're going to check it out, I believe it is free. I have the season pass. I never got the Royal Edition, so this is something that I was able to go check out right away. We'll put the details and all the information for you in the other videos. I just wanted to kind of give you my first impressions, my raw thoughts after having completed this. It took me around 50 minutes to complete it, but I think I could have probably been much quicker if I wasn't so rusty and I knew where I was going and what I was doing. But that's it. For Work to Game, guys, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Oh, hello. Were you expecting somebody? Chuck-like? Well, I'll never tell where he is. Only that if you want to see your friend again, you should totally hit subscribe. And maybe even a thumbs up. Thumbs down don't make me happy. And when I'm not happy, something happens to Chuck. I'm not joking. Goodbye. Subscribe. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. See you next time.